My friends, I'm doing an update on my dear friend, Marvin Eder. I did a video just a couple of days ago on my friend. I mean, dear friend. And I must tell you, I get infuriated. I really get, I shouldn't do it, but this is the age I'm at now. Marvin Eder, Artie Zeller, Jerry Mintz, Leonard Rutkowski. We started the gym. We were 14 and 15. That's when we started the gym, the East Side Barbell Club, a primitive gym. All of us went to the same high school on the Lower East Side, the same high school. And we all were doing a little training here and there. And we said, let's just get a gym. Let's build a gym. You know, we got our money together and built the wooden shelves. There's nobody in bodybuilding, my friends, that had a life that I had with Marvin. We started as children without a gym. And of course, you know, I hate to say children, but when you're 14 and 15, society considers you children. But we were so enthusiastic. And I just get so angry when I see these guys mouthing off about Marvin like they're a personal friend of his. I mean, it infuriates me. I said, the nerve of you. One guy, I read the comment, that's one of the things that triggered me. Marvin works 7 to 9 hours a day. Marvin never trained 7 to 9 hours a day. Never. But I just don't want anything said about him is not true. And these guys say this like they know. One guy said he was born in Brooklyn. He was not born in Brooklyn. He was born on the Lower East Side of New York City, Manhattan. We started training there. And it's emotional with me because as soon as I saw that, I said, Marvin, you know, they're making all these claims like they know you. And I called him today. The next day was 20, I think it's Sunday or Saturday, I called him. And I said, Marvin, because we've been going back, you know, I'm just so upset because he's so sick now, so physically sick. And last time I called him, he was physically sick, and he's not getting any better. And he's a year older than I am. God, I think about a year and a half older than me. And he says, Leroy, we're the last ones around. All of the guys are gone. And he says, Leroy, pray for me. I'm in pain. And I brought tears in my eyes. Tears come to my eye now. And I said, Marvin, we have to pray for each other. I said, but I'm going to do all the praying I can. Even though I got to admit I don't believe in praying. But I wouldn't tell my friend that because he said pray for him. He's very sick now. And he says, Leroy, we're the last ones around. All the guys from the old days are gone. And I said, Jesus. And I said, Marvin, the thing that bothered me the most with my friend Marvin, that he was the star of bodybuilding then. As I said earlier in my previous video, Hoffman and Guido were trying to get him to join each other's camp. Hoffman had the Strength and Health magazines primarily concerned with weightlifting, and Guido had the bodybuilding magazines, which glorified bodybuilding, which Hoffman called bodybuilders sissies. But that isn't the point. The point was they were both trying to get Marvin to ally with him because Marvin was, he was a strong lifter, was trying to be, plus he had a tremendous body. He was a baby, actually. He was in his early 20s, a baby. I think Marvin was 20, 21, something like that. I can't remember exactly the year. But Marvin couldn't handle the tugging at him and the saying they should go with him. And so Marvin says, I know how to end all this. I'm quitting. I'm not going to compete at all, so they don't have to be tugging at me. I said, Marvin, please, Marvin. I begged him. I said, you're great, Marvin. Don't let them get to do your thing, you know. I said, go, you think is best. I think you should go with Eder. Because Eder had the muscle magazine, the glamour magazine. Hoffman had that Strength and Health, which is more geared to weightlifting. Marvin says, no, I don't want to be bothered. I don't want to be competing with these. I don't want to compete at all. I'm finished. I'm just going to train at home. And I says, Marvin, please don't do this. But for some reason, he decided to do it. Now, I went on, Marvin was a king. I went on to build the biggest arms in the world and get a lot of recognition, the Hall of Fame, and so forth and so on. And Marvin would have left me in the dust if he had stayed in there. But something happens in mine. There's nothing you can do about it. But we started. Nobody in bodybuilding, matter of fact, nobody in this world today is as close to me as Marvin, because all the others that grew up later with me, they are gone. And my friend is not well now. And I talked and it brought tears to my eyes, because when I was living in New York before I moved to California, Marvin used to come and he'd buy the vitamins. We would talk all the time. He would tell me about his plumbing business and how ungrateful the guys were and how they used him and everything. He was doing very well in his plumbing business. He went to plumbing. He just gave up bodybuilding, competitive bodybuilding. I don't know what happened to his head. It just snapped with the infighting between Joe Weider and Hoffman. He just snapped. He said, I don't want to be bothered with competing bodybuilding anymore. It broke my heart. I fantasized him. You know what? As he got older and he got in his 40s and 50s after he went into plumbing, and he's sorry he gave up, because he see the glory. It was nowhere near the glory you got now and the recognition you have now. Then, and he realized he missed his calling. It's too late. But now my dear friend is very, very ill right now. Very ill, in a lot of pain. And I just felt so down. I spoke to him for over an hour and a half today. And I said, Marvin, I got to do an uptake on you. I want these people to know I spoke about you in such endearment. And when he says, Leroy, keep telling them the truth, because I can't. He said, you keep telling them what's really happening and not let these guys go off making a fool out of themselves. I said, Marvin, I will. He said, they're making a fool. They're destroying these young kids, telling them to take all those stuff. He said, you talk to them. I said, Marvin, I'm doing plenty of that. I said, Marvin, you got a computer? He said, yeah, Leroy, I don't even use it. I just don't, I can't get up for it. But I just want to give this short uptake on my dear friend. My dear friend. I love him from the bottom of my heart. And we were communicating about every 3 months or so. You just don't know what, just gabbing and gabbing. And the last time I spoke to Marvin was about 3 months ago. And the reason why I called him again today, when I saw one of the comments, and I know I'm not supposed to respond to the comments, but I get so annoyed with these guys that rear back talking like they know what the hell they're talking about. That's what angers the hell out of me. He don't know Marvin from a hole in the ass. Probably have to, I hate to say that, but I just get so annoyed. Don't talk about the world. You could talk about. If I was dead, you could have your fun talking about Marvin. But you don't talk about Marvin and what he did to me, because we built the first gym together with wood and hammer and a little paint. And if you go to my website, leroydopecova.com, you'll see the picture of me posing at 15, and you can see the backdrop of the gym. A very simple gym. All we had was barbells and dumbbells. And then, of course, Abe built a fancier gym, Abe Goldberg's gym. I'm going to do a little video of my friend Abe Goldberg. Huge chest. Oh, man. All I want you guys to know, that it's more to bodybuilding than what you see out here. What do you see these guys with a toothpick for an arm telling you how to do curls? It's just so much more to it than that. But the reason I'm doing this uptake on my friend Marvin is because I bleed, because he's in terrible pain now. All right, to be continued, my friend.